Welcome back to High School Sports Zone. I'm Anthony Bruno. It doesn't look like spring is coming anytime soon. One day it warms up, and the next day we're in the middle of a blizzard. Come on, Mother Nature, make up your mind. But that's okay, because no one likes playing soccer in the snow anyways. While we wait for the high school spring season to begin, we've been busy with playoff action in the North York Hockey League, so it's time to head out to the MasterCard Center. The under-21 division of the North York Hockey League is the last stop in a player's minor hockey career. From here, most guys move on to the glories of men's league like me and then realize that they have to become responsible adults. For the Etobicoke Bulldogs, this could very well be the last year for many of their select team members. They went into the round robin in 7th place, but the beauty of the playoffs is that every team starts from scratch. They lost their opening playoff tilt against Ted Reeve, and since it's a short 3-game round robin with only the top 2 teams advancing, every game is a must-win.
First frame, Michael Manna rips it off the draw, but Patrick Williams flashes the glove. Then Mara walks in on the 2-on-1 with Sandeep Dalawal, keeps it and wires it, but Williams makes another save. Coming the other way for the Fury is Adrian Atencio, who goes inside, outside, then roofs it on Corey Pacheco to make it 1-0. That was pretty. The Bulldogs get a great chance to tie it up with under 2 to go in the first, but Williams robs Mara on the breakaway. And in the second, Williams makes the stick save on Karan Verbangu. Then Daniel Borelli throws it on net. The rebound goes right to Dalawal, but Williams shuts the door again. Then Williams steers away the shot from Borelli, but Borelli beats his man to the puck and gets it to Dalawal, who squeaks it through Williams to tie it at 1. Here comes Dalawal again as he fakes the shot, uses his speed to the outside, and takes it hard to the net, but Williams makes another big save as we head to the third, where Hayden Foley is a backhand finish away from one of the plays of the year on Sports Zone, but Pacheco stops that from happening. Still tied at 1 with just over 8 to go in the game. Mara cuts in and snipes it blocker side to make it a 2-1 hockey game. Faustina pulled Williams late in the game as Matthew Graham tries to feed Normore, but it bounces off the boards to Pacheco, and he wants to launch it into the empty net, but fans on the shot, and that is a gift for Foley as he makes no mistake to tie the game. What a finish as this one ends in a 2-2 draw.
I thought it was a great team effort. What can I say? It was a great way to end the season. We didn't get the win, but pick up the tie. A couple of bounces didn't go our way, but it was a great season. It was a great run. I've never played with a bunch of greater guys, and I'm satisfied with the effort of the year.
My team played well, but unfortunately we had a short bench, so it's pretty hard playing with only 2 lines. But overall we played great, and we came out with the tie.
Moving on to a minor bantam game between the Ted Reeve Tornadoes in black and George Bell Titans in white. We'll pick it up in the first as Michael Oliveira brings it forward for Ted Reeve, tries to do it all by himself, but Duncan O'Brien covers it up. Later, Matthew Ritchie streaks in, but he's turned away by Ruben Ramos Salzburg. Then Alessandro Cantilano wins the race to the puck, gets around Roy Goddett, and buries it past Ramos Salzburg to open the scoring for George Bell. On the other end, Liam Monroe clears it right to Oliveira. He fires it wide. Then Adam Chatty pinches in and throws it on net. It bounces off the stick of Monroe right to Jacob Thompson, but he's robbed by O'Brien as we head to the second. It was still 1-0 George Bell, but Kyle Beckwith drops for Thompson, and this is an absolute bullet as he ties the game for Ted Reeve. And they were looking to take the lead as Andy Perkins comes in on the 1-on-1 with Evan Lagoya, but nothing's happening there. Then Thompson wins the draw back to Goddett. His shot bounces off a skate to Oliveira. He can't get a shot off, but gets to it first and dishes to Cameron Taylor, who finds the back of the net to give Ted Reeve a 2-1 lead going into the third. Where Monroe whacks it on net, it skips onto the stick of Rand Klulo, but Ramos Salzburg picks it out of the air. Back come the Tornadoes as Dylan Zingron gives it to Taylor. He has a go from well out, but that's no problem for O'Brien. Late in the third, Mather wins it back to Klulo, and his shot is tip-toned by Matthew Persico. What a goal to tie it up at 2. With only seconds remaining, George Bell was looking for the win, but Klulo can't jam it home as it ends in a 2-2 tie. George Bell moves on, but Ted Reeve's season comes to in our last volleyball game, it was the juniors from Brébeuf College in black and red taking on the juniors from Etienne Brûlé in blue. First set action off the Brûlé serve. CJ Romero feeds Anthony Mortarino, and he wires it off the block for the kill. Then off the Brébeuf serve, Kirsten Duncan Thibault sets Glorange. His hit is easily controlled. Then Romero goes back to Mortarino for another kill as Brebeuf took the first set 25-16. In the second, Duncan Thibault puts it up for Ange, but that's a clear lift as Brebeuf takes the easy point. But Brulé starts to get on track as Duncan Thibault sets Yanni Kolovos, and he tips it home to cut the lead to 7-6. Then with Brulé serving up 9-8, Saeed Augustin Maleki digs up the blast from Edwin Tan with his foot, but Brulé is forced to send over another free ball. Mortarino backsets Nikolai, but he rips it into the net as Brulé ties up the match with a 25-15 win in the second. With Brulé leading 2-0 in the third, Romero's set is swatted back by Duncan Thibault, but Nikolai feeds Mortarino, and he comes through for Brebeuf once again. Skipping ahead with Brebeuf leading 25-24, Kolovos can't fool Brebeuf with the changeup, but Victor Lijewek catches Brulé off guard with a quick bump as Brebeuf takes a 2-1 lead. And they were looking to finish it off in the fourth as Nikolai tips home the back set from Romero. But Brebeuf eventually reclaimed the lead. Then late in the set, Romero lobs up a fat one for Mortarino, and he cranks it cross court for another kill as Brebeuf took the fourth 25-22 and win the match 3-1.
I think that we weren't picking up the balls, like we weren't like backing up our hitters and our blockers, and also lots of our serves weren't doing, like they weren't the best.
Feels pretty good. Coming off 2 wins, I think we started off the season pretty good.
We live nearby, but we're here tonight for the Cubs and the Leafs. These guys are here with their Cub troop. And to see Carlton.
No, I'm not cold. You don't? I got him to get me warm.
Nah, if the polar bear here can take it, we can take it. Right, guys? Yeah. Absolutely.
I can for sure say that Ovechkin is not on my list. I like the Leafs.
Ignore him, he's a Habs fan, but this one's a big Leaf fan, as you can see. That's okay, we hang around with him anyway.
I went to the home opener. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah.
You don't know how hard life is without hockey. There's like basketball on, and basketball's terrible. And then football's terrible.
Yeah.
Hello to all the Maple Leafs fans. I just want to say we wish you all the best and we hope they win. Go Leafs! Chris, say go Leafs.
I'm majoring in English. I don't really think so because I know the teaching market right now is very competitive and it's really hard for people who are trying to be teachers to get a job right away. You have to be really lucky or like know a lot of people in that area, so it's difficult.
I think it depends on what program you're in and what you're looking for. Possibly for business, it may be easier after an undergrad to get a job right away. Specific programs, such as myself, I'm in psychology. I feel like you need to be in, you need to get your master's or PhD as well.
Yeah, same thing.
20 years ago, high school was enough, right? But now it's not. So I guess I'm just kind of hoping that my master's will give me a leg up on just the undergrad pool of applicants that is very large.
I don't think a basic undergrad degree is enough. I think you probably should get a master's degree if you want to get a higher paying job and a better job. I'm planning to get a master's.
We have some important health problems like obesity and high blood pressure from consuming too much sodium. We know that people are eating out a lot, much more than they used to in previous generations. And we also know that a lot of the food that you get in a restaurant is high in calories and high in sodium. So we think people really ought to know what they're eating.
I think it's a great idea to be listing fat, sodium, and calorie content in restaurants. I first encountered it actually in New York City, and I think it's a great idea so you know exactly what you're getting before you get it.
There's lots of people who have medical issues and they can't eat certain things, but say it doesn't say it on the menu. It's like you have to eat a certain amount of fat, but you don't know how much fat's in your food, then you may or may not get sick.
The idea of finally getting places to step up and say exactly what they're putting in their food might not only encourage people to make better choices, but encourage the restaurants to make better choices about what they're, sort of forcing people to eat.